welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all Superman related news that happened during the week August 5th to August 11th, 2011. The Superman homepage contacted a number of celebrities and personalities in the Superman world, from comic book writers and artists to film and television actors, to get their reaction to the first image of Henry Cavill as Superman released for Man of Steel. Most of the reactions were positive, such as Sterling Gates, who said, "Henry Cavill looks powerful, majestic and ready to beat the hell out of some bad guys." Personally, as I did back in April 2005 when we were first shown the first image of Brandon Routh as Superman for Superman Returns, I've written an article examining in detail the Superman costume, looking at the cape, body, belt, boots, etc. At this point in time, we've only seen one photo of Henry Cavill in the costume. It is a dynamic action shot that is eye-catching, while still leaving much of the costume unseen, making discussion about its design a hot topic amongst fans. Come by the site now to read my complete review. There were lots of reports, videos and photos from location shoots for Man of Steel taking place in the Plano and Sugar Grove area. Examiner.com reports that filming in late August will include explosions, gunfire and helicopters. According to Plano Area Chamber of Commerce executive Richard Healy, they're going to be blowing stuff up. Healy also states that sometime during the filming, soldiers will rappel from a helicopter onto the set. With the heavy military influence in the movie, Examiner.com also reports that filming will take place at Edwards Air Force Base early next year. Filming in the Sugar Grove area shut down certain streets this week, while photos of a scene using a jet engine were posted on OnLocationVacations.com showing Henry Cavill, Kevin Costner and Diane Lane in a scene where cars are pulled up and people are running for their lives. In TV news, TVLine.com spoke with Al Gough, co-creator of Smallville, about his new ABC series Charlie's Angels. They also asked him about his thoughts on the series finale of Smallville. He said he thought a lot of the series finale was confusing, but he allows, "It's hard to wrap up any show that's gone 10 years and I think they did the best they could." Warner Home Video has released updated images of the cover artwork for Smallville The Final Season DVD box set, including an image of the back cover, which confirms all the bonus extras included in this November 29 release. With all 22 episodes collected on both 4-disc Blu-ray and 6-disc DVD collections, Smallville The Complete 10th Season contains over 2 hours of bonus programming, included selected episode commentaries, featurettes and unaired scenes. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing episodes from the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Come to the site now to read his review of the Season 6 episode The Big Forget, in which Professor Pepperwinkle has invented a gas that causes amnesia, which helps when Clark has to show he's Superman to his friends. ComicBookResources.com posted their video interview with J. Michael Straczynski from Comic Book International at San Diego, where he speaks about the relaunch of DC Comics, Superman Earth 1, and the sequel to that best-selling book. A collection of old and rare comic books went up for auction this week via ComicConnect.com. The Golden Age comic books were originally bought by the seller from newsstands during the 1930s and 40s, amongst them a copy of Action Comics number 10, which sold for $258,000. The book is particularly sought after because it's the third Superman cover in the Action Comics run. DC Comics has released 3 comic book covers for Superman family titles being released in November. Action Comics number 3, The People of Metropolis vs. Superman. Superman number 3, What Deadly Secret Connects Superman to the Villains Attacking Metropolis. And Supergirl number 3, Who Stole the Kryptonian Rocket Ship. The full November solicitations will be released later this month. Comic books we reviewed this week included Superman 714, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 3 out of 5 rating, saying, "A decent end, all the loose ends were dealt with." Adam also reviewed Superboy number 10, saying, "This issue is dedicated to explaining Tanarak. It had to be done, but like last issue it feels forced," and he gave it a 4 out of 5. New reviewer Levi Johnson stepped in to review Flashpoint Project Superman number 2, calling it a heartwarming story, and he gave it a 4 out of 5 score. Levi also reviewed Flashpoint Lois Lane and the Resistance number 2, rating it a 3 out of 5, saying, "This story is all over the place." Superman comics shipping this week from August 10th include All New Batman The Brave and the Bold number 10 features Superman. DC Retroactive Justice League of America The 80s number 1. DC Retroactive Superman The 80s number 1. Teen Titans number 99. And Superman Family Multi-Part Statue Part 1. In other news, WizKids announced the manufacturer sellout of their most recent set, DC HeroClix Superman. WizKids' entire inventory of DC HeroClix Superman, releasing September 28th, has been completely sold to distributors worldwide. The DC HeroClix Superman expansion will feature more than 50 figures in standard 5-figure boosters. That's all the Superman news there was for the week August 5th to August 11th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. I've been hearing lately that many people are still chagrined over the breakup of the Lois and Clark marriage that's only been in place for, a little less than 20 years. And most of Superman's existence, he has already been single. So many of the fans who are against this in the new relaunch are saying, we've already had years and years of Superman pursuing Lois, of Clark being let down because Lois wasn't interested, of Lois only being interested in Superman because Clark was too normal for her. Why do we need to have that again? It's already been year after year after year, and that's what everyone knew, the love triangle, Superman, Clark, Lois. And now they've been married since around 1992 or 3, and people who are fans of that marriage are having a hard time accepting that they're just going to do away with that love that has been established in a happy marriage between a superhero and a very busy woman who does her job with zeal and integrity. Two people who are able to, in a very busy life, in a world filled with crime and evil, but also goodness, are able to keep their marriage happy and love each other and support each other through it all. I can feel their chagrin, I feel their disappointment, and it's unfortunate that we'll be losing that in the reboot. However, it's not as if they're divorcing the characters. It's not as if they're having these two characters have an affair or do something that, in our estimation, these two characters would never do. In Superman Returns, for instance, Lois and Clark were not married. In the New Adventures of Superman on television, the Lois and Clark show, they were not married. In the animated series, they were not married. In most mediums, when they introduce Superman to the world again, as they're going to do with the new movie in 2013, Lois and Clark will not be married. That's generally the way it goes. You get to that eventually by reading the stories and maybe seeing it happen. But Jim Lee, I think it was, or maybe it was Dan Didio, said that if you were reading a story about a hero for the first time, the hero wouldn't already have his greatest desire. He wouldn't already be married. He wouldn't already be at that place in his life. And with the relaunch, DC is claiming that they would like to connect with fans who haven't yet read a comic. This would be young people. And young people are going to connect more with a character who is younger and who is not yet married. One who is a little bumbling in life. Even Superman himself may not quite have it all figured out. And that will appeal to younger people more. My problem is I don't believe they're going to have a lot of luck appealing to a lot of young people. People who haven't read a comic, who are young, are not interested. They're interested in video games, and I don't believe any media attention on we're breaking up the marriage or we're rebooting our heroes is going to get to a young person's ear. They're going to go, oh, well, if they're doing that, I'm going to have to read a comic. You may get some second generations, such as my daughters. I hope I will have them interested in Superman. I hope I will have them interested in heroes in general. But so far, that's not going to be enough. I mean, it's not enough now to have our generation reading, the people who are still reading. So if we get our kids reading, it's about the same numbers. So what they're trying to do as a business is refresh the character, make it more accessible to maybe the people that they hope to have reading. And that demographic is younger people. And I don't know that they're going to get that anyway. But I do like the way the Grounded storyline wrapped up with him saving Lois and telling her that nothing will ever keep them apart. Not even death could stop them from being together. And the Superman squad of the future kind of hinted that these two people were always fated to be together and will always love each other. And I think that that's a little wink to the fans, letting us know not to worry. Even if we don't see them married again in this particular continuity, these characters do love each other, are meant to be together, and will always end up that way. Keep the faith, everybody. Thanks for watching, and always look up in the sky.